Well, these continuous attacks are uh, uh, internationally qualified as illegal facts and illegal acts, and they engage the liability and the responsibility of the Israeli state. And Israel is to be held responsible of all these acts, of all the attacks, all the killing of civilians, of destroying the infrastructure, of the aggression on Lebanon and on its sovereignty, on its territory, and the international law uh, oblige Israel to cease these attacks and to withdraw. But now we have the international community must take action to stop uh, this killing and to order Israel to evacuate Lebanon and to declare Israel as responsible. And uh, the UNIFIL attacks on the UNIFIL, it's the peacekeeping force, and the attack on the UNIFIL is a criminal uh, act and qualified as an internationally illegal and unlawful act on a peacekeeping force, which are compared to civilians. So Israel has no excuses in attacking UNIFIL and must be taken as the responsible and liable party on these attacks. But
So,
here
so,
we have
so, so given that, Dr. Bouden, um, given that it's an illegal act, as you say, why does Israel continue with this and want to eliminate the role of UNIFIL forces?
well, I am not saying that. It's the international law which is saying that. So it's the qualification that we are giving here are the qualification under international law. And here, why Israel is liable and responsible under international law, and it's continuing because there is no um, wish or will from the international community, and particularly from the superpowers, to stop Israel from doing that. This is why Israel is uh, purposely, intentionally doing these killings, and because Israel knows very well that nobody will stop it. But here, this is the political side. Now we have the legal side, and the legal side, you must go to the international jurisdictions which can have their uh, say in this matter, which are the International Court of Justice on one hand and the International Criminal Court. Um, so uh, the international community and each country has to go before uh, forums, these fora, and and request a condemnation of Israel, and then go to the United Nations and go to the Security Council. If the international community will not do that, what will happen? Israel will continue, and Israel now is taking momentum in this that it's launching against Gaza and south of Lebanon. This momentum is the U.S. elections. Elections now, you have a president-elect, and then you have a president which is in duty, but his term is finishing in 2 months and a half. So this is why 2 months. So this is why Israel have this window to achieve what it has planned to do, and they don't care about the crimes they are doing. They think that there is an impunity. there is immunity and impunity, and de facto immunity and an impunity. And this is why I will continue this war. Uh, they are targeting to destroy completely Hamas and Hezbollah. But in the meanwhile, they are also making a lot of casualties. But
Uh,
this is why the international community had the responsibility to stand to protect these civilians, both in Gaza and in south of Lebanon.
And you mentioned obviously the breaking of international law and the international community. Do you think the international community will ever stand up and hold Israel accountable?
Well, we have seen international community when South Africa went to the ICJ, to the International Court of Justice, and requested this advisory opinion on the genocide. And we have seen the international committee standing beside South Africa, and the matter is going on, but not sufficient now. But the war is spreading, and we have more casualties, we have more uh, civilians killed, and we have to take further actions and stronger actions because it's predictable that if the international community does not do what the consequences of the omission of doing by a lot of states and by the international community. And this is in itself, it's a responsibility also.